You follow a creator you trust. You've watched their videos for a year or two. You know their voice. You sent them a DM last month. Something genuine, maybe a question, maybe a reaction to something they said, and they wrote back. It felt personal. It felt like they saw you. Here's the question worth sitting with. Was that them? In March 2026, a business content creator publicly described how he now uses an AI tool to conduct thousands of conversations in parallel across Instagram. Responding to DMs as him in his voice on his behalf, his engagement numbers went up. His followers, as far as he knows, can't tell the difference. He's not hiding this. He's recommending it. He calls it an extension of himself. A recent report surveyed the current state of AI in the creator economy. Who's using it, how, where the platforms are pushing back, and where the whole thing is heading. And what it reveals is not a future scenario. It's a description of right now. Today we're walking through what's actually happening, what it means for anyone who creates content, publishes books, builds an audience, or works with creators, and what the one thing is that AI still cannot replace, no matter how good it gets. At the end of 2025, a lot of creators assumed AI would stay mostly behind the scenes, helping with research, scripting, editing, and thumbnails, while human authenticity would remain the visible differentiator. 5 months into 2026, that assumption has been tested. AI is now embedded in the workflow of most serious creators, and in some cases it is generating content itself, responding to audience messages as the creator, and even replacing the creator entirely with a synthetic persona. The platforms are drawing lines, but they are playing catch-up. AI is creeping toward the audience-facing layer in ways that were not happening even 12 months ago. There are 3 places AI has now arrived in the creator space. First, AI as production support, helping with research, scripting, trend analysis, captions, thumbnails, and editing workflows. This is where many of the legitimate productivity gains live. Second, AI as team replacement. AI agents stepping into roles that creative teams used to fill. A creative director agent, a producer agent, a community manager agent, a distribution agent. Useful, yes, but also flattening some of the taste, judgment, and pushback that real collaborators bring. Third, AI as the creator, tools that respond to DMs as the creator, AI-generated influencers with no human behind them, and synthetic personas built to promote products or shape opinion. These categories are not equally concerning, but they exist on a continuum, and the line between useful production support and audience-facing deception is not always clearly marked. The most important insight in this conversation is that brand safety and audience trust are not the same thing. A brand may feel safer using an AI-generated creator. There is no scandal risk, no 2 a.m. post, no contract clause violation, but that safety does not automatically produce audience trust. And without audience trust, there is no creator economy. There is just advertising with extra steps. Creator marketing works because the audience believes there is a real person making a real judgment. The recommendation converts because the follower believes they know something about that person's taste, values, and accountability. The DM scenario is the most personal version of this problem. When a follower sends a message to a creator they trust and receives what feels like a personal response, but it is actually AI, there is a transaction happening that the follower did not consent to. They brought something real into the exchange and received something synthetic. And when that gap becomes visible, the cost is not just engagement metrics. It's the trust that made the whole relationship worth anything. For publishers and media companies, this changes how we think about creator partnerships. Human voice is now a differentiator, not an assumption. Authentic voice is not just a creative preference. It is the asset that makes the partnership valuable. As AI-generated content saturates every platform, the thing that cuts through is not production quality. AI can match production quality. What cuts through is genuine perspective, genuine relationship, and genuine accountability. And the legal and business risks are real as well. Any company entering agreements that involve creator likeness, voice, or AI representation should treat that as serious ground that needs proper care. But through all of this, one principle does not change. What made great creators worth following was never production quality. It was the sense that there was a specific human being with a specific point of view who had earned the right to your attention through consistency, honesty, and genuine engagement. AI can replicate the surface of that, it cannot replicate the substance of it, and audiences, even when they can't articulate why, can feel the difference. AI that serves your creative vision can make you more of who you already are. AI that replaces your creative vision leaves nothing for your audience to trust. That distinction is the whole game. At Nori Media Group, we work at the intersection of publishing, media, and the creator economy. Our consistent position is simple. The tools that accelerate genuine human creative work are worth using. The tools that replace it are worth being cautious about. Follow us for more on where this is heading. Drop a comment below. As a creator or as someone who follows creators, how would you feel if you found out the DM response you got was AI?